I loved it. It was great. I have a deeper understanding of Qigong and how it's associated with the elements and the seasons and the different archetypes that are used. And it's helped deepen my understanding of even other practices that we've done with the other courses that I took as well.
I loved it. In a short version, it's by far my most favorable course you've done by now, or that I've done by now, that you developed and I anticipated in. And I think it's also a bit because of the way it's structured, but also the fact that the practice is quite mellow, if you like. But it's also very fluent. And I like this, I think we talked about it before, I like this almost like dense kind of moves. I mean, this was very much like I hoped it to be, and it was like it was, and it was just like that. So yeah, I really liked it.
Life-changing. I did this more for myself, and it has helped me recognize patterns that I don't want to rule my life. And now when I feel them coming, I have tools that I can literally shake them off with. Truly, this course is life-changing for oneself, I believe for others as well, and I could not recommend it enough.
I really, really loved the course. It almost felt like it's not the final piece of the jigsaw as far as having done Small Universe and Inner Fire, but when you start sort of talking just a little bit on each of those courses about certain things, this then really fills some of those gaps and really expands on it. Love the practices, and I feel that they all just really flow together so nicely. Quite often I'll think, right, I'm just going to do a Wuji, and I do like a really lovely Wuji practice, and I can't help myself. I just have to go on and do the Tai Chi and the Wuxing as well, because it just feels that's what I want to do. So I really like them all together like that.
I loved it. I know I probably say this at the end of each and every course, but I don't know whether there was such kind of an anticipation of this one. For me, again, it was one of those where you started the first part and I thought, oh, I love this bit. I'm really into this bit, and then you move into the second part, and it was like, oh, this is even better, sort of thing. So it kept on building. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely loved it. It's been amazing. I feel like I've learned so much from this one in all aspects of life. Yeah, it's been brilliant.
I just loved the program. It was very immersive. I didn't really take time off even when I went on holiday.
It was very useful, especially after learning each of the 3 stages and then knowing which of the 3 might be relevant to a certain stage in life or situation going on in one's life. It really took a different and much higher level of usefulness.
I would say life-changing. I've gotten and released some things that I've been working with for a while, and physical and emotional, and I guess energetically. So it's really been very, very life-changing for me.
Really amazing, John. It exceeded my expectations. I only had a very cursory knowledge about Wuji, didn't know anything about Tai Chi. Really wanted to do the course because of the Wuxing element and the therapeutic, application of the 5 elements. But yeah, overall, it's been amazing. I'm so glad I've done it, and I'd recommend it to anybody.
I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed learning the practices, delving into them, feeling them, exploring the different ways of working with energy. there's just so much to play with there. I mean, there's always such a huge amount of content within your courses, but you never really feel overwhelmed. It's incredible. It's the way you pace it is amazing. Thank you.
I really enjoyed all of the courses, but the one that was probably, actually all of them. The Wuji, which I had some familiarity with, was just great to go into a deeper kind of reset. The Taiji and the polarity and the opposite movements. I really enjoyed the contralateral movements, where we've got one side kind of lengthening, at the same side we got the opposite side kind of contracting. And kind of, for me, I could feel a lot of fluid movement, and doing some of the Taiji practices. And the Wuxing, the 5 elements, and you know, the theory, which always seems can be quite simple or quite complex to defending, was again, you know, I get fascinated by that stuff. It was just really fascinating, and looking at the different ways that you could use the cycles therapeutically was extremely useful and beneficial. I just feel like it's deepened my skill set and my knowledge base even more.
I really loved the program. Everybody talks about the Wuji, and I love the Wuji, but I also like the Taiji and I like the elements. All these things were doable. It was a great experience, and the material was well thought out.
I thought that this program is like so nice, structured. Yeah, so for me it's been very insightful, because there's a lot of you know, Chinese medicine theory within the background of the course. So it's been like I've enjoyed a lot, because I already knew all those things, and I could, you know, implement it within my practice. So it's been very nice.
Lovely. It's just absolutely lovely. As much as this material is very complex, it is actually quite simple. And I agree that as far as movement is concerned, it really actually brings the whole experience into your body while you're doing all of these movements and trying to understand how it works. Was fantastic. I felt like I was able to internalize the practices and the understanding.
These practices and theory had helped me and elevated my understanding in a much deeper level on how to align and utilize the energy to transform our mental, physical, and emotional health. I highly encourage anyone of any age to try these Qigong practices if you want to improve your quality of life. Also, if you are a teacher, you will be refining your skills and your knowledge about how to lead your participants to a healthier life.